हेलो नमस्ते. So today I've got Bhavya with me और इनसे आज हम पूछेंगे कि इनको जॉब मिली जैसे मास्टर्स के बाद, तो उसके बारे में पूछेंगे लाइक हाउ ही गॉट द जॉब, बिकॉज सभी का वो ड्रीम रहता है टू गेट अ जॉब आफ्टर देयर मास्टर्स. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कैन यू इंट्रोड्यूस योरसेल्फ Bhavya, let us know a little bit about you.
So hi, I am Bhavya. I came to Newcastle for doing my masters. I did masters in accounting, finance, strategic investment from Newcastle University. And after doing my masters, I got a job as a tax associate in one of the big 4 companies.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about which course you did and at which university, and how was your experience?
Yeah, so as I said, I did masters in accounting, finance, strategic investment from Newcastle University. And actually when I came to UK, it was my first abroad trip. And it was really very exciting for me because everything was new, the culture, the environment, the friends. It was a totally new experience because I did my bachelor's from Delhi University, and straight away after doing my bachelor's I came to pursue my master's. So yeah, I mean, it was an amazing experience because the whole culture is different, vibes are different. How the professors teach you is completely different. You don't have to be more dependent on the books. You have to be more dependent on the research papers that the professors issue to you. And then yeah, I mean, obviously books also play a role in your education, but mainly I think it's the university, the professors' paperwork that they provide you, that matters the most. So I mean, yeah, in total it was a totally new experience. I enjoyed studying over here. Thankfully completed my masters, and then got a job.
Yeah, and then tell us a little bit about how you actually got the job, and what would be some of the tips which the students should be following when they're looking to get a job after their masters.
Getting the job is a completely different factor because there are many things which you have to look into and take considerations into. The most important thing is
we're just doing an interview.
So yeah, the most
it's just going to be about careers and stuff, right? I'm just interviewing him about jobs and career and all those kind of things, right? Want to say hi?
Hi.
Go on.
So yeah. I mean, for me personally, it was I was completely focused on finding the job.
Oh, it's my name. I'll show you later on. Let me just finish off.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's completely different because for me it was I was consistently focused. Though this is advice for everyone that you'll be getting thousands and hundreds of rejections. You'll be seeing that every day as soon as you apply for the jobs. But I would say just stay focused on one thing, that you need to get the job. And obviously it's a saying, if you help yourself, then God helps you. Yeah. So just do your work, whatever you can, and then probably you will find one.
Yeah. And what kind of documents are needed in order for you to get a job?
I think there are no such documents. It's just your CV that you need to upload on different websites. Specifically talking about my experience, I uploaded my CV on Reed, and some person on Reed just found my CV randomly, and then they contacted me. And from there, I just went to give on the interviews and cleared the interviews and got my job. And what was your other question?
Okay, no, makes sense. That was the question. What sort of documents do you need, right? So somebody contacted you through Reeds, and and you had your CV on it.
Yeah. So basically, they check check your previous profile. If you have worked somewhere else, then they'll be contacting the person or the employer that you have worked for before. Then they'll be contacting your university that you really completed your masters, just to confirm. And I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, and then when you do you suggest for people to reach out to some of the recruitment agencies in order to get the job, or for you it was a different approach? So was it a recruitment agency who contacted you, or was straight from the company itself?
No. In my case, it was a recruitment agency. So the agency contacted me first, and then they connected me with the company. And then from there on, the company took on my interviews after looking at my CV that I can be a possible candidate for the role that they were offering. So yeah, I would suggest you also approach the agencies, expand your base on LinkedIn, contact many people as much as you can, and then try to expand your base, because once you start expanding your base, probably there are high chances that you get the job.
Okay, so basically to summarize, so you uploaded your CV on Reed, and then somebody from Reed picked your CV, and then they contacted you for a specific role, and then you ultimately got the role itself, right?
Yeah.
And was there any interviews you had to go through?
Yeah, I mean, there were quite a lot of interviews that I had to go through. First, it was the interview from the agency itself, checking that you like everything that you have wrote on your CV is correct. They'll be asking you everything that you have written on your CV. And then after that, if they find you correct, that you are a genuine person, then they probably will be forwarding your CV to the company, and then the company will have a go through your CV that all right, your background checks are almost done by the agency, so now the company can invite you for the interview if they find you appropriate candidate for the job role that they are offering. Yeah, I mean, after you get the interview call from the company, then it's just two, 3 interviews that they take. First on the basic HR levels, and the managers will be coming in just to check your knowledge. And then yeah, I mean, it just keeps going on. So you have to be prepared, you have to be confident, you have to keep practicing for the interviews, because you can't think that suddenly you can just wake up from bed and just go and give the interview. So you need to practice it, obviously, unless you are too confident. For me, I was like, I need to practice it. I practiced it for a few times, and then I became good in that, and then yeah, it helped for me.
Yeah, and then with regards to preparation, what will be your certain tips? Like, what were some of the tools which helped you to prepare?
I mean, there are such no. I mean, today it's the world of AI, so you can go to any AI like ChatGPT or anywhere else. You can go over there and just type in whatever questions you are having in your mind that the company may ask you, and then as soon as you get the answers from the AI and questions from AI, so you can prepare those questions. Then if you are also going through an agency, the agency can also let you know that these will be the following questions that are high chances or likely that the managers or the people at the company may be asking you. So yeah, prepare yourself as best as you can. Talk to people who have worked in that company. Yeah, that's
sure. And what kind of questions are actually asked in the interviews?
So it depends, because it depends to people on people. If they are offering you a role which has which is a role specific to experienced person, then obviously they are going to ask you more questions which are related to that field. For example, they'll be asking you a few certain tax specific questions or whatever the job role is. For example, it's a tax role, and then they'll be asking you basic tax questions, how much deductions are happen, what are the exemptions in tax and stuff. And if you are a newbie and you are being like you don't know much about tax or any specific role you're looking for, then probably it will be more of situation based questions that they'll be asking you. But yeah, somewhere or the other they may ask you some relevant questions from the job role, but mainly it will be for a newbie, it will be mainly situation based questions that they'll be asking you.
Yeah, okay, makes sense. And then for someone like who is right now doing his masters, when is the right time for them to start applying for the jobs?
I would say if you are doing masters, as soon as you come over here, after enjoying 1 to 3 months, you just directly start applying for the jobs, because that's what happens over here. A year before, so for example, you have came in this intake like 23-24. So for 24-25, they have already opened the job roles for the new students who are just like right now and pursuing their masters. So the right moment is now. You have came right now. You enjoy for a month, I would say. Just don't spoil it suddenly. If you're dedicated, I would say from first day you come over here, you start looking for your permanent jobs that you are looking for your future in, like the role specific that you are looking for. But yeah, it's right now. If you have came, just start applying from now itself.
Oh, perfect, makes sense. And that was the main topic of this video, where I really want to dive a bit more into, first of all, clear the myth like around, are there any jobs after you graduate? And the answer is yes, there are jobs, which you can go and apply to. And I want to really showcase, like from giving you an example that, what could be the strategy, a little bit around the interview questions and many other things. And obviously we need to talk about finance and many other things, so Bhavya, which has got the experience. So that will be like a follow-up video on that one. So with this, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sachin. Thank you.